Now I'm going to speak about something not so clinical, but also very important for quality of life. There are many applications that are out there to support sleep, resting, sleep, eating, and also reduce stress, and some of them have been tested in cancer. Why this is very important? We know that there is a link between lack of sleep and pain, fatigue, and psychological distress. All those are related in a very complex way, but improving any of them can have a huge impact in quality of life. And that's what is guiding many of the efforts that I'm going to show you in a few seconds. For example, in the company Tired of Cancer from the Netherlands, they are developing a mobile application that will help patients to reduce fatigue in patient survivals, because fatigue sometimes is a very common symptom even after the cancer has been managed, by promoting physical activity, relaxing techniques, etc. Physical activity is also so important that researchers in the quite well-known medical center MD Anderson, they are using those kind of devices like the Apple Watch to promote physical activity and healthy lifestyle in people with breast cancer. Actually, the way it works is also have a sensor in the back that can track your heart rate, and you can use it to get information about the physical activity, and also you can use the screen or the small to give motivational message and also use vibration. Quite recently, some researchers did a study on how people with breast cancer perceive those fitness trackers that now are very common and you can find pretty much in any shop. And they found out that many of them were actually highly rated by the patients. There were some challenges, but at the end of the day, the patient, you can see in there one quote, found that those devices can help to motivate a little bit extra to do more physical activity. And if you do more physical activity and have cancer, that may be a way to reduce fatigue and also increase overall well-being. In a previous study, they also look into the use of sensor to being able to calculate the energy expenditure in patients with leukemia, and that was used to adjust the nutritional treatment, because many people with cancer may suffer of several nutritional deficiencies, and you can track a little bit the nutrition intake, and combined with the sensor, you can have an idea of the different nutritional needs of the patients. Mobile applications are also being used to collect information about the sleep problem, which are very common in many different types of cancer, and that information can be sent to the nurses or the healthcare professional so that they can create plans to reduce any potential sleep problem the patient may have, and that have a lot of impact in fatigue and overall quality of life. Also, mobile applications have been used in cancer to track and to do early screening of cancer-related depression, and that again can help the psycho-oncologists in this case to better identify which patients are in need of extra help. Also, in the Duke Institute for Health Innovation, they developed one mobile application so that they can coach and give advice to patients with cancer distress, like for example teaching ways to get relax, better manage a stressful situation, etc. Similarly, in Toronto, the Sick Kids Hospital developed one mobile application to help managing pain in kids with cancer. And also, this is a way to get more information about how much pain those kids are having so that they can adjust the different treatment. And things like pain are very hard to measure because it's very subjective. But using those techniques, we can get more insight. Here you have one video where you can see actually how it works. Now to finalize some key points. There are hundreds of mobile applications for cancer, but however, we need to think always what is needed for this particular patient, because it makes no sense to give 10 mobile applications for a patient. We need to identify which mobile application or wearable technology can support the personal needs for self-management of that patient. If you are checking mobile application from the App Store, you have to be very careful. There is no quality criteria in many of those applications. So you need to know who made the app. Does it include contact information? Are those mobile applications endorsed by a government or somebody that the patient or the healthcare professional can trust? Also, you have to think that some of those mobile applications may be 5, even 7 years old with outdated information that may be not applicable today because we have found more information about cancer. So you have to check whether it provides the dates where the information was created, and also if they have any link to the sources of information. Overall, you have to be extremely careful with any mobile application that is promising something very hard to reach, like cure, diagnose, because it may happen that actually they are not working and they mislead you and eventually kill somebody. Very important nowadays, many of those mobile applications are collecting a lot of data. You should check which data are you giving to those mobile applications and what they are doing with that mobile application. You should always be very careful if a mobile application is collecting more data than they are needing. Like, for example, location, if there is no functionality that makes sense for that. So it's, at the end, it's up to you how much data you are giving away. And always, don't use any mobile application and change the way you handle your health without consulting with your healthcare professional. And if you are a healthcare professional, always have some mobile applications on hand that you can recommend if a patient is asking you. Otherwise, the patient is alone out there and there are many mobile applications that can do damage. Thank you. That was everything in this session. And if you want to check the slides, you can go to my SlideShare account.